Well, viewers, we continue to be tracking this top story right now. We're getting some exclusive details of how the DSP was killed as well. That is the big story we've been tracking. DSP is moved down in Mewat. And we have learned that the DSP had arrived at the spot where the illegal mining was happening. I'm being joined by Kiran, Bedi on the phone line. Thank you for joining us here. This is a very unfortunate incident coming in, and it really shows that much has to be done when it comes to areas like Mewat, where there is illegal mining and mafia which is running free.
Yes, I've heard so also. I've also heard about it. I've heard about it, and I think
yes, ma'am, go ahead.
Something drastically needs to be checked like this. That, for instance, use of greater technology and also accountability of the elected panchayats there, the panchayats, the local bodies. I think they need to be made more accountable. Residents of the area are afraid to give information. So two things could be done. One is greater use of technology, cameras, maybe mobile cameras. Maybe the mobile cameras keep going, walking. Unless we do that, they have the mafia will not come under control. So this is an organized crime which needs to be brought under watch, and that would mean maybe a camera on the truck which does a truck patrolling, so that you can capture it on the video camera. And secondly is that all these villages have panchayats, elected or yet to be elected. So I think we need to also fix responsibility on the panchayat, because panchayats know what is exactly happening. I think these are two important things. Third is the organized crime, which is already on record. Criminals known to be on record and active. They need to be continued to be pursued. So I think truck patrolling mounted with cameras may not be a bad idea, because that gives protection to the police also when they are in a better vehicle. That is what
ma'am, what is very important to note here is that the mining mafia has killed the DSP. It's a very brazen kind of an attack that we are seeing here. What do you think is the lapse? Where was the lapse, according to you, that we have come to a stage today where a person from the police was killed? It looks like that the killers have no fear of the law.
But such vulnerable, look, organized crime is desperate, because for them, committing the organized crime is big money. So at the cost of getting big money, they would do anything. And then they get it done. They don't do it directly. It's like being done. Like, for instance, now the accused would be the driver of the earth mover or the vehicle which has bowed him down. It's not them. It's not them. But the fact is that he could probably say it was negligent driving. So I think that the time will tell how the law takes its own shape. But I personally feel in such areas, we need truck patrolling with cameras which shoot if there's any such activity around. And not a jeep. I say not a small vehicle, but a big vehicle. So I think we need to change the way we patrol these areas. And secondly, as I've already said, we need to make the residents of the area more accountable. And all these areas come under some panchayat locality, etc. And the panchayati officer who's in charge of the panchayati raj needs to be the area SDM, the area SDM, the area SDPOs,
right, ma'am,
and the area panchayats. I think they all need to work together in normal time so that such a situation doesn't happen.
Right, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. That was Kiran Bedi, former IPS officer. She's saying that this is a move which should have been, in fact, could have been avoided if certain measures